Welcome back to the Title Deed Desk. In episode 12, the family gift, the 0.125% rate, and its narrow ring. Today is episode 13, because the ring has one more member that surprises people. A company you own. The reminder, this is general educational content, not legal advice. Corporate structuring touches tax and liability questions that depend entirely on your position. Take proper advice on those. Here is the framing. Owners move property into companies for real reasons. Privacy. The entity's name sits on the deed, not yours. Liability. A claim against the property is a claim against the company, not your personal wealth. Portfolio management and succession. Shares can pass in ways a deed cannot. The question is always the same. Does moving it cost 4%? And the answer, done correctly, is no. A transfer between an owner and a company owned by that same owner can be processed as a gift at 0.125%. But the conditions are strict, and this episode is about them. 1. The mirror rule. The core condition is symmetry. The shareholders of the company must be the same people as the owners of the property. In the same percentages. You own the villa alone, you own the company alone. Clean. You own the villa 50-50 with your wife. The company must be 50-50 the same way. Break the mirror, add a partner, shift a percentage, and the transfer stops being a gift. It becomes a sale at 4%, because ownership genuinely changed hands, and the mirror works in both directions. Moving property out of your company and back into your personal name follows the same logic, same shareholders, same owners, same percentages. The structure that got you in is the structure that gets you out. 2. Not every company qualifies. The land department decides which vehicles can hold Dubai property. Mainland companies, companies in recognized Dubai free zones, JAVFZA, offshore entities, RACIEC, DIFC, vehicles under their arrangements. A foreign offshore company, a BVI, a Cayman, cannot hold the deed directly. If your structure is foreign, it holds shares in an approved UAE entity, and that entity holds the deed. And one more gate, the company must be registered with the land department itself before it can receive property. If it is not, that registration is a step in your sequence, before the transfer, not during it. That registration is its own small file. The license, the constitutional documents, the ownership proof. Owners assume it happens automatically as part of the transfer. It does not. It is a gate before the gate. Miss it, and your transfer appointment becomes a registration appointment, and you come back. 3. The corporate bundle. This transfer is documentary on both sides. Your side, the deed, your ID, the usual. The company side, trade license, memorandum of association, certificate of incorporation or registry extract, the share certificate or incumbency proving you are the shareholder, and a resolution approving the property move, plus the standard property pieces, valuation, developer, NAC. Bank, not if there is a mortgage. Foreign issued corporate documents need the attestation and translation chain from episode 12. Every one of those is a place a walk-in gets turned away. 4. What it costs you later. 2 consequences to weigh before you move anything. First, the one-time gift rule from episode 12 applies here too. Use the gift on the move into the company and the properties. Reduced trade card is played. Second, tax reality changed. A company that later sells the property can face corporate tax on the gain. And a company has running costs, renewals, accounting, filings. For a single apartment, the structure often costs more than it protects. For a portfolio, it can be exactly right. And weigh the privacy benefit honestly. The entity's name on the deed keeps you out of casual view. It does not hide you from the register. The land department requires the full ownership chain, down to the human beings before it. Registers anything, privacy from the public. Never from the record. That is a merits question. Decide it with numbers, not fashion. 5. The sequence. Confirm the mirror. Shareholding equals ownership, percentage for percentage. Confirm the vehicle qualifies, and register it with the land department if it is not. Build the corporate bundle. Start any attestations early. Valuation or CS. Bank consent if mortgaged. Then and only then, the counter. Run in that order. The transfer is calm. Run counter first. It is months of loops. If you would rather hand the sequence to a desk that runs it daily, that is TitleDeed.ae. In the next episode, we leave ownership alone entirely, and go after the number on your deed that stopped being true. The square meters. This was the Title Deed Desk.